Alright, today we're going to make something out of Tiger's Eye and Walnut. Let's see what we can get out of these guys. They show up a little bit better once you add some moisture to them, so we can figure out what to do. This guy as well. Start seeing some of the grain come out. See, it matches up quite nicely. I think I'm going to try to use the darker parts of the walnut, but let's start with the tiger's eye. Start by picking a side, getting the general shape. I'm thinking around. That way I can get a rough outline of what we need to rough off to make it a little bit easier. For that, I'm going to use this old girl. There we go. So now we can pick the better out of the two. For those that wonder what it looks like in the raw, this is a piece of just rough tiger's eye that is getting bulk, and once it's been cut, then you can see that luminescence that shines through. It's kind of cool stone, one of my favorites. Alright, now that we got their rough cut, I'm going to choose which side I prefer, which I'm getting a little bit more like reflection off the one side than the other. Both of them are pretty close, so I need to get it on a dot so I can work with it a little bit more. To do that, we just take some super glue. I like the gel stuff because it doesn't move a whole lot then, and I just need to stick it to the center of our piece. And if you're anything like me, you're impatient, so I use this miter bond to speed up the process. That will cause it to instantly start to harden. I just want to get it on there. Once it's sitting Just let it set for a few seconds, and rather than waiting for 15 minutes to 24 hours, we can be working in under 5 minutes, which is about what I'm after. So since it's a fairly big piece, I'm just going to go ahead and put another layer on there just to make sure that we're not going to lose this guy. Some people prefer to use dop wax. I've got some, I use it, but I just find the super glues work better for me. Got that on. Let's give it another light. And a little bit longer, and then should be ready to switch over to my faceting unit, which is turn of the century technology, last century, but it works. Makes the process a whole lot quicker for getting things smoothed out nice and fast. So let me set up for that and we'll go from there. Alright, so now that it's glued on there nice and strong, what we want to do is, I'm going to start off by getting it rounded, because that's the shape that we're going to work with. Start with something nice and simple. So just going to throw it into the unit here. And what we're going to have to do is adjust it. We are good for for 90 degrees. So this part, I'm going to have to put this guy inside into a piece of walnut. To do that, we're going to have to measure and get that put into our CNC so we can cut out the piece that we're going to use for the pendant. So let's see how that goes. Alright, so it wasn't quite centered, so that was kind of a little bit of a mess, but I'll have to do a little bit of cleaning up. Just cut her in half, so we'll just do a little bit of sanding and see what she turns out to. So, alright, seems to fit okay. I'll have to just, the adhesive and the fill should cover it up for the most part. See how that turns out. I'm not too happy on how it turned out with the lacquer on top of it, so I started sanding it off. I'm thinking I don't like the look of lacquer. I'm going to just go with an oil finish. Let the stone's natural shine come through instead of trying to use lacquers or finishes. So we're going to touch that up yet again. So that's a whole lot better. Took all the varathane off. She's still set in there nice and flush. And we're just gonna, we did a little bit of Dremel action there. She's a little bit more rustic, but it's a little bit more what I was kind of hoping for. So I'm gonna keep sanding her down, get rid of the rough edges, and give her some oil. Alright, so we just got some finishing oil that we can throw on just to give a little bit of a protection to it, but wearing it, the oil from the skin is probably going to be more than enough to keep it protected from here on. I don't know if you can see the tiger eye, but it really is a beautiful stone. Well, here we go. Finished up. Not bad for first project. I wouldn't say it's perfect. Probably about maybe a 5 out of 10. But it's a learning process. Can only get better from here. So if you liked it, definitely leave a comment and tell me what I could do to improve it, or any hints or tips from people that actually have experience doing this. Anyways, thanks again for watching.